When TLC canceled Counting On last month, the news didn't come as much of a surprise. In the aftermath of Josh Duggar's arrest on child pornography charges, the network had little choice but to bring an end to its longest-running reality show, and the decision was probably made even easier by the fact that ratings for Counting On had been steadily declining for years. So now the Duggars are without their primary source of income, and their financial downturn couldn't have come at a worse time. Josh's lawyers have managed to have the start of his trial pushed back from July to November, and while that might be good in terms of his prospects for beating the charges, it's sure to cost his father a great deal more money. According to UK tabloid The Sun, the cancellation of Counting On will cost the Duggars about $850,000 a year. Jim Bob has several other business ventures up and running, including a used car dealership and a real estate firm that specializes in flipping houses, but all of them combined bring in only a tiny fraction of the family's reality TV contracts. So it stands to reason that the Duggars would be eager to jump back into the world of media, but according to the terms of their TLC contracts, they won't be able to do so. Now TLC has axed the show. Most of the family are desperate to get out of the contracts. They think it's unfair they can't move on yet and sign any other deals, a source close to the situation tells The Sun. They will be doing everything they can to get out of them, and be looking at future projects either on TV or with brands. We can't imagine that any media outlet would want to work with the Duggars, or that any brand would hire them for a sponsored content deal. But that type of work is the only chance they have of living the lifestyles they're accustomed to, so it makes sense that they'd be eager to get back in the game. So it's good news for folks, i.e. everyone, who feel that Jim Bob and Michelle have been getting away with murder for most of their adult lives. But if you were hoping that the Duggars would incriminate themselves by giving away too much information in an interview, we have some bad news. The contracts also mean the family can't speak too much about the show, it being cancelled, or how Josh's arrest has affected the family. They have to be very careful, the insider says. Jim Bob is happy about that part of the deal, as he likes to have control over what it's said about the family's TV career, and usually chooses to stay silent on matters. The Duggars have had little to say on the subject of Josh's arrest, but Jim Bob and Michelle did issue a brief statement upon learning of their show's cancellation. Since we began filming so long ago, we've had the amazing honor to share our lives, our faith, and our story with you, including some of the most difficult and painful moments our family has ever faced, the couple said. We are full of deep gratitude for the love shown to us, and the prayers of so many who have sustained us both now and through the years. In all likelihood, Jim Bob sees the non-disclosure agreement as the only silver lining in a sky of very dark clouds. There have been reports that Anna Duggar's NDA is keeping her from speaking out about some of her in-laws' most corrupt practices, and we're sure she has enough information to sink Jim Bob for good.